Welcome to episode 4 of the Rooz Show. Once again, I'm Corey Layton, joined with Eli DeRuza, and we're only bringing you 3 segments today, but they're good ones, trust me.
First, we'll be leading off with everyone's favorite off-topic, and then we'll see our NFL playoff predictions with Bracketin, and lastly, we'll be closing with the game of the week. First, let's go to off-topic. Welcome to everyone's favorite episode, Off Topic. Today, the topic is casual sit-down restaurants. Once again, using the same point system as every single one, combining our 2 lists. We'll start with the honorable mentions. The honorable mentions are Waffle House, Panera Bread, and IHOP. So
Some good restaurants.
yeah, I mean, they're not fancy, I will say. No, I mean, I wouldn't say all. Panera's probably the fanciest out of the 3. Panera, you could argue fancy, but Waffle House ain't fancy at all.
No.
IHOP, I mean.
IHOP's IHOP.
Yeah, I mean, but they're all good. Waffles, pancakes. Panera's got bread, so.
Yep.
Anyways, let's go to number 10. And number 10, I want you to say it.
Which one is? I don't even know.
Number 10?
Number 10.
What's number 10, Corey?
Is it Hooters?
It's Hooters.
Hooters.
Hooters is number 10. It's because of the wings, right?
Yes.
He had Hooters on his list. I didn't.
They have some good food. Really good food. I mean, we're not gonna talk about the elephant in the room with, this, with the old Hooters restaurant, but we can infer why it's on the list. But their their food is actually really good. I'll be honest. I like their wings a lot, and I've only been there a few times, but their food is actually really good.
Yeah, and actually number 9, I'll say it, Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Also, kind of like Hooters.
Uh-huh.
Another elephant in the room there, but they have great food. They don't have just, I mean, Hooters has more than wings, but they have better food than Hooters, in my opinion, and that's why they're higher. So, anyways, let's get away from those, and let's go to number 8, Cracker Barrel.
Good.
It's a good country restaurant. It's got a little shop. It's good food. I mean,
you're gonna find nice people there too.
Yeah, I mean, they got some good chicken and dumplings. They got good breakfast. It's a solid place to eat.
I like their breakfast a lot.
Yes, the breakfast is good. Number 7, you actually had this on your list. I didn't. It's Montana Mike's Steakhouse.
Yes, I love that place, to be honest. Not a lot of people like it, but I do. I enjoy it. It's a pretty good place.
I've actually never had it, so maybe I should eat it.
Onion rings are good.
Onion rings are always good. But yeah, number 6 is at the Mexican restaurant. We got Chuy's at number 6. Great restaurant.
Great restaurant.
I mean, they're, I would say, a fancier side Mexican restaurant. It's a very cool place.
Yes.
What's interesting is they dip the chips in the ranch.
Yes. They do.
But it's amazing. I love that.
I mean, I'm not a big ranch guy, but it's.
You like it?
I don't. Not really.
Okay.
Not really, but their other food's pretty good.
All right, let's go to the top 5. At number 5 is Applebee's.
Applebee's. That's a go-to restaurant for me. It's like you don't know what you're gonna get for dinner that night. You just go to is just Applebee's.
Yeah, and I mean, there's so much variety you can get there.
Restaurant,
and the only thing that's holding Applebee's back, in my opinion, is that song that the fancy that song. So, I mean, that's not really like their food, but I think it's good at 5.
Every time I go there, I think about that song. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's grown on me.
Yeah, number 4, got BW3's, Buffalo Wild Wings at number 4. Great place to watch sports.
Yes.
Great place to eat.
I love their food so much.
Yes, I mean, you can't go wrong with wings. I mean, what's your go-to wings?
The sauce or the
what wings are you getting at beat-ups?
The boneless wings with honey barbecue sauce.
Honey barbecue. That's a good decision. That's probably exactly what I'd do. I like garlic parm. I like lemon pepper.
Good.
I mean, I'm not a real hot guy, but I like mild. I mean, that's not hot for some people, but it is to me. So, and I love getting celery. I'm a big celery guy. And, I mean, you can't go wrong with going to Buffalo Wild Wings on a Sunday at 1 o'clock. I mean, that's about the best place you could eat at.
Yeah. Or a Saturday night during college football season.
Yeah. All those good. Number 3. It's just like Applebee's, but it's better. Chili's.
Great place.
I love Chili's.
I love their the wings of the buy all you can eat wings or something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
They have something really good. A really good deal, and their wings are good.
Yeah, I mean, I go to Chili's all the time. That's probably on this list. It's probably the place I go the most. So I'm a very experienced veteran when it comes to Chili's. I've probably got at least 10 items on the menu. I love the variety. I usually get something new. I mean, I could get a pasta, I could get burgers, I could get a Philly cheesesteak if I wanted to. It's an awesome place. Number 2, we have Olive Garden.
I love that place so much.
Olive Garden, probably the fanciest place on here.
Yes.
I mean, but it is so good.
Their lasagna, that smacks.
Yeah, their chicken Alfredo solid. Their spaghetti solid. Everything.
Breadsticks.
Oh my! The salad too.
Salads.
Oh gosh! I mean, they're endless amount of items that are very tasty.
Yeah.
So, yes, Olive Garden at 2. I think that's a great decision. But number 1, we have probably the thing that everyone's expecting.
Yes.
We have Texas Roadhouse. It makes sense. I mean, Roadhouse. It's always packed for a reason. Great food, great steaks. Yes. The rolls are phenomenal.
The butter.
Yeah, every appetizer is phenomenal. Really, the food, green beans.
Yes.
At Texas Roadhouse, I mean, I'd either get a steak. I've gotten a cheeseburger. I'm not a big cheeseburger guy at Roadhouse.
I feel like you gotta get a steak.
Yeah, you gotta get a steak. So, and I like getting green beans. Yes. I like the baked potatoes. Baked
potatoes are good.
The corn's not bad. I mean, it's a lot of good options there. What's your go-to order there?
A steak, medium, with a baked potato, and usually I get to get fries. Fries with my steak. Yeah. It's kind of like not many people like that, but I do. But
and they're called steak fries for a reason. Yes. So
they're good, and I will tear up some rolls. Give me a big plate of them, I will eat them all.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably eat 4, but I mean, you gotta save room. So
yeah.
Well, that was off topic. Casual sit-down restaurants. Let's go to our next segment, Bracketin. Welcome to Bracketin. Today, NFL playoff predictions.
Yep.
Let's just get straight into it. First game, we're going to do 7-seed Denver versus 2-seed Buffalo. I'm going Buffalo in this. I think it'll be close, though. I think Denver's got a solid defense that can contend with Josh Allen. I just think Buffalo's too good for Denver.
I have Buffalo as well. I think both teams are really talented. It's going to be a close game, like you said. I think Josh Allen and the offense of Buffalo is going to be too much. I like the defense of Denver, but I don't think they can stop Josh Allen.
Fair point. Next game, we got the 6-seed Steelers versus the 3-seed Ravens. I'm gonna go with Baltimore on this one. I think it'll be close. I think Pittsburgh could go out and win it. Zay Flowers is out. That's a big deal. But I think Baltimore is a better team. Probably low scoring also.
I have Baltimore as well. My favorite team, Steelers. It's tough to put them up or have them losing to Baltimore, but they have with a 4-game losing streak. I have low confidence in our team right now. I don't know what we're doing in quarterback situation. I'm assuming just going to keep Russell. But with Justin Fields coming back, he might play a little bit. I don't know how the offense is going to roll, though. It hasn't been rolling at all, really, recently.
Yes. Next game, we got the 5-seed Chargers versus the 4-seed Texans. I'm going to go with Houston on this one. I mean, even though they've been struggling, I think Houston's a better team than the Chargers. I think this game should be a very good game, though.
I mean, on my list, I have Houston, but I'm going to make a last-minute change.
Oh, shoot.
I'm going to pick the Chargers in this one because I just remembered one thing. The Hardballs have a chance of playing each other, and I think that's going to happen. And I think the Chargers recently have been pretty good, and they're picking it up with. I think Justin Herbert wants a playoff win. He wants to go far, and I think these two teams are very similar, or skill-wise. I think these teams are very similar, and I think the Chargers can do it. And I think I have the Chargers beating the Texans.
Wow. All right. Next game, 7-seed Green Bay Packers versus 2-seed Philadelphia Eagles. I've been wanting to pick the Packers, but I can't do it. I think Philly's too good for him.
I have Philly. I think Philly is a really, really talented team, and they've stayed healthy most of the season, and they're very healthy right now, and I think they can do it. If Saquon gets going, I think the game's over.
Yeah. Next game, 6-seed Commanders, 3-seed Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, the Commanders have had a phenomenal year, but they're not going to get it done. I'm sorry. I mean, they're a great team, but I got Tampa winning this one.
I like it. I have Washington winning. I mean, Tampa's if their offense rolls, they have a good chance. But I think Washington, they want it more. I think, in my opinion, I think Washington's going to beat this team.
Next game, we got the 5 seed Minnesota Vikings versus the 4 seed the LA Rams.
Yep.
I'm going with Minnesota. I mean, I think people are overreacting on Minnesota. They played 3 bad games this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good. They went 14-3. There's no way they should lose to the Rams like this.
Yeah, I think the Vikings have a way of turning it around after a loss. They know how to do it. They've done it earlier this season. They've done it. I think they'll do it again, and they'll beat the Rams.
Okay, on to the divisional round. First, we'll start with my side. I got KC versus Houston, but you have Kansas City versus LA. For me, Kansas City is going to dominate this game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll be close. So, that's it.
I like how I said the hardballs have a chance of playing each other. Not going to happen. I have Kansas City winning this game.
You do have Kansas City. All right. Next game. I think we both have it. We do.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore versus Buffalo.
Yep.
I'm going with Baltimore here.
Ooh.
I think Zay Flowers will be back.
Uh-huh.
So, I think that'll be huge for Baltimore. I think Lamar Jackson's going to play an insane game here.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be a duel. It's probably going to be high scoring, but I'm going to go with Baltimore here.
I like the matchup between the two leading MVP candidates, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Buffalo, they've been in situations like this before versus Kansas City and other teams like this. I think Buffalo's going to pull off on top. I think they come out on top. They need to win this game, and I think they will.
Okay. Next game. We have to differ here. I got 1 seed Detroit versus Minnesota. You will have 1 seed Detroit versus Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I will go with, actually, I've always said it. It's so hard to beat the team 3 times.
Uh-huh.
Detroit schooled them on that Sunday night game. Minnesota's going to get it done. Detroit's going to choke in the playoffs.
That's a bold one. I like it, though. I think Detroit will win the game. Washington's good and all, but I think Detroit will beat them.
Okay. Next game, you have Minnesota versus Philly. I have Tampa Bay versus Philly. Listen, the chaos in the NFC is about to erupt. Tampa Bay is going to go into Philly. Baker Mayfield, something to prove. He's going to win the game. Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to upset the Eagles to go to the NFC Championship.
I like the sound of it, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Philly is going to win that matchup.
Yeah, fair point. I see your side. Next game, AFC Championship. I have Kansas City, Baltimore. The rematch of last year. Kansas City won 2 straight Super Bowls. They can't lose in the playoffs, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson's got something to prove more than he's ever had before.
Uh-huh.
Baltimore's going to get it done. Lamar Jackson. Wow. The Ravens are better than the Chiefs, and you can't convince me. The Ravens are better than the Chiefs. They're going to finally get it done. Ravens to the Super Bowl.
I do think the Ravens are better than the Chiefs, but I don't have them in there. I think Buffalo and Kansas City AFC Championship rematch from past years, and Buffalo, they're going to go into Kansas City, and they're going to not dominate this game, and they're going to win. They're going to prove a point, and they're going to go into the Super Bowl with a dominant win.
That'd be huge. For this next game, we're going to actually start with you. You have Philly versus Detroit.
Uh-huh. I like this matchup a lot. 2 teams, I think they're kind of opposites. One team's dependent on Detroit's more balanced team. They score a lot, but I think this will be a close game, and I think Detroit's going to come out on top.
The Lions to the Super Bowl for the first time.
For the very first time.
Wow. My chaotic NFC Championship. I'm going to have the 5 seed Vikings versus the 3 seed Buccaneers. The Bucs are going to be at home for the NFC Championship. That just sounds weird, right, for how the season's gone. But I think that Tampa Bay at home for the NFC Championship is going to be huge for him.
Uh-huh.
Sam Darnold, we saw him fold against Detroit. I think Tampa Bay is going to make a Cinderella run to the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's awesome. I like it a lot.
So on to our Super Bowls. Corey has Corey's got, first teams both looking for their first Super Bowl,
Yep.
the Lions versus Bills. And then I have the Ravens and Bucks. Both have won 2 Super Bowls, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go first. Ravens, Bucks. Both 3 seeds.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a pretty rare Super Bowl, but I just think I see it happening.
Uh-huh.
And I think the Ravens are going to take it home. The Ravens are going to become the Super Bowl champs. That was my prediction at the start of the season. I'm staying true to it. Lamar Jackson's going to win MVP. Lamar Jackson's going to have an incredible playoff run that's going to be remembered for years. And so will Baker Mayfield, but the Ravens are going to get it done.
I like it a lot. I think Buffalo has got a lot to prove, mainly Josh Allen, and Detroit's going to run out of luck. I think Dan Campbell's play calling's going to come back to bite him, and I think his decision-making is going to really bite him in this game, and I think Buffalo's going to come out on top and win the Super Bowl for the very first time.
That'd be huge.
They've lost 4, haven't they?
Yes, they've lost 4. They lost 4. I think 4 straight,
Yeah,
actually.
sure.
To all NFC East teams. So, yeah. So, I have the Ravens. Corey has the Bills. That's our NFL Super Bowl predictions. Let's go to the next segment. We'll go college football with Game of the Week. Welcome to the Game of the Week. The game of the week this week is the Cotton Bowl in Arlington, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
The Ohio State Buckeyes versus the Texas Longhorns. Ohio State favored by 6 points.
Uh-huh.
But I would say it's an even matchup.
I would too.
I think Ohio State's very hot right now.
Uh-huh.
And Texas, they struggled against Arizona State. So it makes sense that Ohio State's favored. But
yes.
So let's just go straight to the keys. I'll be Ohio State. You be Texas.
Mm-hmm.
For Ohio State, I think they need to have a big first half like they did against Oregon.
Yeah.
That first half for them, it was like smooth sailing for them after the first quarter. Even the first quarter, And they also got to attack the air. Smith, Ibuka, get those 2 involved. They'll be golden.
Yep.
And pass rush, JTT, all those guys, those studs, if they keep that pressure up, they're winning this game with ease.
Yes.
And the last thing, smart decisions with Ryan Day. He's had a questionable season. Just make the smart decisions. Be able to don't make any stupid 4th down, going for 2, anything that'll slow down your momentum if you have it. So all right, go to Texas.
For Texas, you have to get started early. They have to, if they receive or if they win the toss, they have to receive and go down and score early. They have to get on top. They have to put the pressure on Ohio State. They have to force them to drive the ball, and at least they have to stay ahead, I think.
Yes,
they have to force Ohio State to chase. That'll be good for them. They also have to block that crazy offensive or defensive line. That they have to find a way to scheme against that, and they have to move the ball. They have to control the ball, I think, have more time of possession to slow down Ohio State. And then they have to score touchdowns or make field goals. With Auburn missing or only 16 for 25 on the season, that's not good. A 64% chance or percentage, that's not good at all.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Especially for a team like this. They have to score and make their field goals and their kicks.
Yes, I agree. Also, Jeremiah Smith, it's going to be tough to guard.
Yeah, they got to guard Jeremiah Smith. In the secondary has to step up and play good and not get beat over the top.
Yes, I agree. Do you have a prediction for this game?
I do. I have Ohio State winning it 36-31.
Okay. I think we did this last Rooz show.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to keep it the same. Texas, as you guys may know, championship prediction. I'm going to stick with them. I think it'll be a more low-scoring game. I think I'll have Texas winning 28-21.
28-21.
I think Texas, I like your point with time of possession. I think Texas, if they keep that time of possession, keep the ball, keep away from Ohio State, they're golden.
Yep.
I think they can get it done. Well, that's the end of episode 4. Thanks for watching. See ya.